All right, 3 quick problems here on the difference of squares practice. I have 4 minus a squared to start. Remember, you always look for a GCF first. So you have 4 and negative a squared. There is no GCF, so I can go ahead and look to decide if I can use this factoring method. I'm looking for a minus sign, which I have. So I take the square root of each term. The square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of a squared is a. So I'm going to use 2 and a when I factor. I have to use them in that order, 2 first, then a. Remember, your factoring pattern here says that you take the square root of the 4, which is 2, that goes first in your parentheses. The a goes second. There's going to be a plus in one parenthesis, a minus in the other. And that is your final answer. Now, recall, you can check your answer by using the distributive property. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times negative a is minus 2a. 8 times 2 is plus 2a. And 8 times negative a is minus a squared. These negative 2a and positive 2a cancel out. 4 minus a squared is exactly what you started with, so you know you factored correctly. All right, number 4, I have 144 and 9. All right, so when I look at 144 and 9, let's see, let's decide if there's a GCF. There is a GCF. And 9 is actually a GCF for both. So I'm going to divide 9 out of both terms. I'll bring the 9 down in front, and when I do that, I'll have 144 divided by 9 is actually 16 plus f squared. So I pulled out my GCF. I have to decide if I can factor what is inside the parentheses anymore. When I do that, I look and I notice I have a plus sign here. That tells me I'm not allowed to use this method of difference of squares, so I'm done factoring. Do not write prime here, remember, because it's not prime. You already factored out a GCF. So you could factor. There was a way to factor this. We just can't use difference of squares to factor anymore. All right, number 6, 36j squared minus 49m squared. Look for GCF. I don't think there's anything in common between 36 and 49. So I'm going to take the square root because I have a minus sign. I'm allowed to do that. The square root of 36j squared is 6j. The square root of 49m squared is 7m. So I'm going to use the 6j and the 7m for factoring. All right, the 6j goes in both. The 7m goes on the right in both sets of parentheses. One set gets a plus, one set gets a minus, and that's your fully factored form. All right, if you have questions on the other 3 problems at all, or you feel like you need more practice on this method, we'll say it again, but you can ask your teacher for some help.